When did you last leave a project review genuinely confident you knew the truth? Not the update, the actual truth. If you have to think about it, this is for you.
If you are a leader who has suddenly become accountable for project delivery, but you do not come from a project management background, this video is for you. Because one of the most dangerous positions in business is this: responsible but not fully informed. You are senior enough to be responsible, but not close enough to the work to know whether what you are hearing is actually true. And that creates a very specific kind of stress. You sit in meetings, you hear status updates, you hear words like progressing, tracking, dependencies, mitigations. Everybody sounds professional, everybody sounds calm. And yet something in your gut is telling you, I still do not know if this thing is actually healthy. That is the problem we are going to solve today. Today, we close the gap between reporting and reality. I see this all the time. A leader gets promoted, reorganized, or handed a major initiative, and suddenly the outcome sits with them. The budget, the pressure, the visibility, it all sits on them, but the language of delivery doesn't feel natural yet. So they do one of two things. They either step back too far and trust updates they do not fully understand, or they step in too hard and start managing the project sideways. Neither works. One leads to missing the warning signs, the other leads to team frustration and lost ownership. Let me name the problem clearly. The problem is not simply that the updates are too long. It is not simply that governance is messy. The deeper problem is this: you do not yet have a reliable way to judge project health. And if you cannot judge health, you cannot intervene well. When the team loses clarity, bad news starts arriving late. That is when leaders get trapped in a cycle of false confidence followed by emergency response. At the spoken level, you say, I'm being told it's fine. At the unspoken level, it's, I'm nodding, but I'm actually lost. If you stay silent in reviews, the team may read that as disengagement. If you intervene the wrong way, you may train your PM to stop bringing you rail problems. This is not just a reporting problem. It is a leadership operating system problem. And that is what we are here to fix. Now let's talk about the leader this hits hardest. This person is smart, capable, respected, and successful in their core discipline. They can absolutely run a business area, but project delivery is a different sport. In operations, you see the work. In sales, the number. In finance, the variance. In delivery, the truth moves through dependencies and timing, so the leader feels a particular kind of friction. I should know what is happening. Why do I not feel clear? That creates embarrassment, then hesitation, then overcorrection. And the more senior the leader, the less likely people are to challenge that misunderstanding in the room. So the confusion stays hidden longer. The PM may start managing upward with polished language instead of useful truth. The team starts filtering what they say. Peers assume you have it handled, and the project starts reporting better than it is performing. Reporting can look stronger than reality. So what does this actually cost? Let's look at the 5 hidden impacts on your organization. First, it costs decision quality. When health is unclear, decisions get made based on tone or personality instead of hard evidence. Second, it costs time. You get pulled into execution details you shouldn't be in, creating extra review layers because you don't trust the signal. Third, it costs PM capability. If escalation gets punished, they will delay it. If you hover, they stop owning the delivery system. Fourth, it costs organizational trust. Stakeholders get mixed messages, and the project starts producing noise instead of confidence. And fifth, it costs speed. Once a leader loses trust in the signal, every decision takes longer. Unclear health slows everything down. Projects don't fail because of one giant issue. They fail because nobody had a clean read on reality early enough to steer properly. So what do? I would think about the answer in 3 solution paths. Not everyone needs the same fix. Some leaders need a better way to read projects. Some need a governance reset. And some need a recovery structure. Option 1 is this: build a better executive lens. You do not need to become a project manager. You need to become better at reading project truth. Stop listening to activity. Start listening for signals. Signal 1, outcome clarity. Can the PM state in 1 or 2 sentences what the project is delivering, for whom, by when, and what good looks like? If that is fuzzy, the project is not healthy. Signal 2, decision latency. What decisions are open right now? Who owns them? How long have they been open? A surprising number of delivery problems are actually decision problems. Signal 3, risk truthfulness. Stop hearing vague comfort language. You want named risk, rail consequence, owner, and next move. Early risk truthfulness is a sign of project health. Signal 4, dependency confidence. What sits outside the team's direct control? How fragile is that dependency? A project can look stable internally while already being broken externally. Signal 5, recovery logic. If something slips, is there a credible path to recover? Not hope, not optimism, an actual path. When you know what to listen for, updates become dramatically more useful. Option 2 is for leaders who are already involved, but in the wrong way. They are often over-involved in the wrong places and under-defined in the right ones. So we fix the structure. First, define what the PM owns. The PM owns day-to-day coordination, planning discipline, issue tracking, follow-up, and preparation of recommendations. Second, define what the leader owns. The leader owns outcome clarity, decision-making, prioritization across competing demands, stakeholder air cover, and escalation support. Third, define escalation rules. What must come to you immediately? What should be handled by the PM first? What threshold turns a team issue into a leadership issue? Fourth, define review cadence, meetings, a clean operating rhythm, weekly 30-minute delivery reviews, monthly steering reviews, and immediate escalation for specific triggers. Fifth, define what good reporting looks like, not a wall of text, not PM theater. You want status, what changed, top risks, top decisions, and what needs attention from you. When governance is weak, leaders compensate with personality. They hover and chase, but that is just a symptom of not trusting the system. The answer is a structure that lets you be involved properly. Option 3 is for leaders who already suspect the project is off. This is where you move from diagnosis to recovery with a simple 4-part system. Step 1, diagnose reality. Get the real picture, not the presentation version. Identify what is late, what is blocked, and where confidence is low. Step 2, narrow the critical few. Do not try to fix the whole project at once. Identify the small number of issues that are actually driving delay and risk. Step 3, reset ownership and decisions. Clarify who owns what from here. What decisions must be made now, by whom, and by when? Step 4, drive a tighter execution rhythm. For the next 30 days, shorten the feedback loop. Weekly accountability, specific owners, and no hiding behind effort. That is how leaders stop firefighting. Not by doing more work themselves, but by building a cleaner leadership system around the work. If you are watching this and thinking, that is me, here is what I would do this week. Have one meeting with your PM and ask 5 questions. What does success look like, specifically? What are the top 3 risks right now? What decisions are waiting? What are the most fragile dependencies? And what would make us miss the date, even if nobody wants to say it? Then reset the review format, ask for shorter, sharper, more decision-useful updates. Focus the conversation on truth and decisions rather than activity reports. Then decide where you will lead and where you will stop interfering. That one move alone can change the quality of delivery very quickly. Let me close with this. If you are a smart leader but project delivery still feels murky, it usually means nobody gave you the operating system. And once you get the operating system, everything changes. You read updates differently. You ask better questions. Your PM gets clearer. Your team gets safer. Risks surface earlier. And you stop confusing activity with control. If you want help building that kind of executive project leadership system, book a call with me using the link in the description. Let's see whether we are a fit and whether I can help you get one critical project back on track fast. And if this video helped, subscribe, because I am going to keep making content for leaders who have to deliver through projects. Leadership is about seeing clearly, deciding cleanly, and creating the conditions for truth to reach you early.